took a loan out, emptied our savings account, and we were like, let's get into the cleaning industry. No history of cleaning, no small business ownership whatsoever, man. The tactic of being aware of what's going on in your neighborhood, your city, your suburb, that hasn't changed. I tell people to always jump into is post-construction because it leads to so many more opportunities when you get there from the ground up.
Ricky just said that we get the opportunity to buy like these big companies who get these discounts on supplies, equipment, all this stuff, y'all. So get route.com and go sign up today. Create your profile. Like I say, it's free just to be on there and just check it out from there. See what you can do. Nice. I appreciate you sharing that. And so when I put this video on YouTube, I'm gonna have to go back and listen to this and take notes, right? I gotta stay on track now, but I'm definitely gonna go back and listen to that because that's very important that you just said.
Headed to the top, ain't none of y'all stopping me. Used to say I never get a ring, Charles Barkley. Now I got a wife, got kids, own property. Bubble-eyed beans that look like that be watching me. Okay, I lied about the beans, but that was hard though. I'm still in that black act, but she starred though. Cause that's all it takes. I'm flashing for. I'm on my grind, not no more fashion.
What's up, y'all? AJ Simmons here, back with another great podcast episode for you guys. And today's guest is somebody who's not a stranger to CBN family at all. He is one of the big dogs, one of my big dogs in the cleaning industry. And I brought him back today to share some big things that he got going on that I think will help a lot of us with our businesses and stuff. But before we get into that, we're going to talk about the man himself. So please welcome, again, my guy, the founder and CEO of Route and the owner of Regalado Services, Mr. Ricky Regalado. What's up, Ricky?
What is up, my man? How are you doing?
I appreciate you coming back. So you already know we always started off with this question right here. So if you just don't mind sharing about roughly where you guys are as far as the revenue goes with your cleaning company.
Yeah, so we are, I don't, with some bigger wins, we could get bigger, but 20 plus million is where we're at right now for what we're on track to do this year.
Nice. I love it, y'all. And y'all heard that correctly. Rewind it if you didn't hear it. All right. So, but before we jump into how you got to that point and all of that, let's just talk about Ricky as the person, who you are, where you from, the whole background.
Yeah, man. I mean, I've been on your show before, and I've talked about the early journey, which is always the best part, I think, of people's journeys. But I've been in the business now for since 2012. But I think we touched on it, but 2015 is where my journey really began as far as I sold my franchise. I know you're big on anti-franchise, right? But I sold my franchise back to cover all I had it. That was my first 3 years. That's how I got introduced and exposed into the cleaning industry. I learned a lot. I learned a lot of things I don't like about the industry and that side, but I got nothing against them, nothing against franchises, just in general. I knew I wanted more, which is something you always talk about, AJ, is I had bigger ambitions for my cleaning company and the path I wanted to take. So in 15, we sold the franchise back, launched Regalado, which, I've said that before too. It's Pedroza's my cousin, Regalado is my last name, Pedroza's his last name. You put those two together, go ahead and Google it. It's probably the only thing you're going to find on Google. I did not know about SEO and all that stuff back then, but shit, it worked out.
Right.
So since 15, we've been growing the business. But again, kudos to what a lot of the things you say, AJ, is what our journey was, is we did the cleaning ourselves first, man. We learned everything ourselves first. Every service we wanted to sell, we learned it first to then understand how to bid it. And, thank God, my family, everybody who's been a part of my journey, dude, I got a big family. So they were a big part of my success and struggles. Dude, a lot of ups and downs. We didn't get here by luck, though. There was a lot of effort and a lot of paths that were crossed and lines that I, may or may not have crossed to get here. But at the end of the day, man, this is the best industry. That I believe this is the best industry for business owners to create their own generational wealth. And I've been preaching it and saying it more as of late because, dude, everybody wants to have this revenue, create this success, build this legacy. Dude, it takes a lot of hard work and nothing more. I've seen no more fruits of my labor than from the cleaning industry, man. So I pay a lot of homage to the industry that we're in right now.
And that's big coming from you because you got a few companies going on these days. So, but we'll get to that later. So now, what were you doing before? And again, I know it's kind of repetitive, right? You've done a few interviews with me, but I got to rehash it for the people who either A, might have forgot, or B, they might have just found me today. So what were you doing before you started the cleaning company? And then what made you choose a cleaning company?
Yeah. So first of all, I went, to like 5 different colleges, figured that shit out. Once I graduated the 6th college, I got my degree in sports marketing. Thought I was going to be a sports agent. Didn't work out. I didn't realize those guys never leave their jobs. So there was no opportunities for me out of college. I went right into the mortgage business, which plays a big role in what I built with Regalado, because my boss and the owner of the mortgage business to this day work with me now, and they're my partners. They're my director of ops within the company. I learned sales back then, man. When I first started out of college in the mortgage business, I learned cold calling, appointment setting, in-person meetings, closing the sale, closing the deal. Like, I learned a shit ton there, man. To this day, I take a lot of experience that I had from there. Then I left there when the real estate market took a dump. I went into corporate America, worked at like Groupon, Inner Workings, a lot of big companies here in Chicago. And it was in 2012, my last corporate job, that I kept trying to come up with ideas, AJ, like, hey guys, I got this idea. I want to do this. I was thinking about this, do it. And they had me like in a box. Like, hey man, that's not your department. That's not what we're working on. Stick to the, 9 to 5, you're in this desk. This is what you do. 9 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 4. I'm like, fuck, this is what I signed up for. Like, that's it. The rest of my life, I'm being told what to do, and the box that I should, work in.
Right.
So I started coming up. So my cousin at the time had that franchise for 2 years, kept asking me, Rick, I want to keep this business with the family. We're going to move back to Mexico. Not because it was a bad business, but he had come here for his dream, which was to build a business, and he did. He left to go to Mexico for his wife's dream, which was to be a professor in Mexico. So again, it was just a shot that we had. He was doing 6 figures, and I was like, shit, I just did the math. I was like, my wife makes like 45, 50. I make 45, 50. Combined, we can do that together, owning our own business. Took a loan out, emptied our savings account. Tony joined us, and we were like, let's get into the cleaning industry. No history of cleaning, no small business ownership whatsoever, man. So That's a whole nother story of what we learned that we should have done before we bought this damn business first.
Right. Love it. Okay. Now, as a multi-million-dollar company today, I would imagine, but I could be wrong, I would imagine that you might use different methods to get customers these days, commercial cleaning customers. So is it different? Like, how did you start off getting customers? Then how are you guys doing it today?
Yeah, man. So that's a great question that I have a better answer now than I used to have before, man, to be honest with you. So what I want, like, before, what are the things that we used to do, I had to do them all, right? I had to go there. I had to find the sales. I had to find the opportunities. I got to figure it all out myself. I didn't have a plan back then. I just saw opportunity, and I would take it, and I would share what I did, blah, blah, blah. So I used to say is, now we have a plan. Now we have a team. Now we have this. But dude, I would argue, I still think that way though, for my own business, right? Yes, we have a sales team. The business has a system. We've got a great website that we didn't have before. We have inbound, outbound. But me as the business owner, I just did it last week, dude. I used to talk about brown paper. If you see brown paper outside of a building, that means they're in the middle of post-construction. They probably didn't get the windows done. So they may not have a cleaning company to work with. I went into that brown, last week. I literally walked in. It was a nice big building in Chicago. I was like, hey man, just curious. I have a family cleaning business. I see that because looks like you guys are in post-construction now that I'm in here. Mm-hmm. It worked, right? That superintendent at the time is like, man, we had our post-cleaning scheduled. It didn't work out. We need to get this ready in 2 weeks. Yeah, you know what, dude? Give me a proposal.
Yeah.
So different process though, right? I got that lead and I sent it to the team, and now they won the account. Boom. 2 weeks later, they're doing the business, right? I would have to have done that myself in the first place. But the tactic of being aware of what's going on in your neighborhood, your city, your suburb, that hasn't changed.
Yeah.
I still see brown paper as an opportunity because my number one area that I tell people to always jump into is post-construction because it leads to so many more opportunities when you get there from the ground up.
Yeah, love it. I love it. Now, the other company that I know you for is Route, right? So if you could first just talk about, what is Route, who is for the whole thing with Route.
Yeah, man. So Route today is a platform of multiple different business management tools. So it started with one product. Now it's up to 4 products. And we've evolved into more of like an ecosystem, man. So we're very community driven, as you know how important community is. We're a part of each other's community, right? And what it does is, one product bid helps you with proposals, walkthroughs, and delivering that proposal to your client. Pulse is another product that we have, and it's an operations management system. So it helps you. You won the business. Now what do you do, right? You got to manage it. You got to talk to your customer. You have to send the invoice, order supplies, manage the inventory, calculate your time and attendance with your team. So management of the business. And then the third part I like to now say is the ability to scale not only your business, but you as a business owner is marketplace. So within the marketplace, you can be a prime or a subcontractor, post-contract opportunities, or a sub who's trying to grow, which again was another big piece for me early on, was I did a lot of subbing to understand how to clean certain accounts. And I just had to understand business in general. So I learned from the bigger guys. So you can do that in the marketplace. There's a community portal where you can speak to the rest of the community. There's coaching, there's events that are happening. There is suppliers, manufacturers that you can connect with. One thing that many people haven't done, AJ, is your supplier and your manufacturer are partners. Regalado, my cleaning company, and as an example, we probably won over $2 million worth of business that came from our manufacturing rep and our supplier reps. So they are also a channel for accounts for you, but they won't know what you do if you don't become friends and connect and include them in your community. So yeah, in a nutshell, man, it's just overall Route is just a platform of tools that allow you to win at business, but also learn and become educated, and because it feels like a lonely business, but it doesn't have to be if you're open. Competitive nature is by human nature, it's a part of us, but I love the things that me and you have done and others and shown people in our groups, like you can work together though. When you're working together, man, it's so much better.
Yeah, I love it. And by the way, y'all, this is one of the things I was so excited about and why I really wanted Ricky on today, because that marketplace piece, first off, the opportunity that I hear in that part of it, like that sounds like something that should cost a whole bunch of money. So how much is it just to be in the marketplace, by the way?
Yeah, man. So to create a profile, which it's the ultimate thing in our platform, is your profile. It's your one pager. It's your sales sheet. Upload your logo, talk about yourself, put all your badges, your accolades, your certifications, the services you offer. That is free. The ability to create a profile, be a pin on the map. We're very map driven. We look at Route by a map. Is how big is the community, right? We have members across the world in 26 different countries. There's people that are on the Route marketplace. So that's free. What you start to have to pay for and there's fees for is like if you post a contract and you apply and you win that contract, that subcontractor pays like a take rate. So AJ, you're familiar with marketplaces like SMS Assist, Eden, Thumbtack, Bark. They'll all charge for something. That's when we'll charge, is when there has been an opportunity won.
Right.
At that moment, the sub has the lead. They won. The prime has a contractor that they found. Boom. So there's a fee for that. There's a fee for the GPO, which is the new group purchasing organization. So we teamed up with NSA and Staples, and we allow anybody under $2 million in revenue to buy like a $10-20 million cleaning company as well. So that's done by Route. So they recognize anybody who is a part of Route as a enterprise client. That's $300 a year. Again, still nominal. It's like $20-25 a month. But you have to utilize it, man. That's the one thing I was going to talk about with you today is there's cost to these things, but even if they were low cost, if you don't take advantage of it, even a lot of the things like you have, right? Like if you don't utilize it, you're going to complain that it costs something, but it's because you didn't utilize it, right? Like some of the we are very affordable technologies, dude, that what me and you have been building. So use them the right way, ask for help, be onboarded, right? And like the sky's the limit, man. Like that's why I'm pumped to be talking to you, because I know there's a way for us to team up, and we've talked about it offline too, but like there's the ability to have leads or coaching, right? You're a coach, you have a community of coaching, you have leads, you have a program. That's part of what we want to bring into the marketplace, is let us at the route team vet and bring in the curated partners that are doing good for this industry, which is like yourself. You guys are doing good. So people may find you directly, but hey man, if you're in the route community, have you heard of the CBN lead program? Have you heard of the boot camps that AJ does locally? Because we can't be everywhere. Right. So if our network of partners can be everywhere, that's how strong, right? What do we say? Stronger together to the highest level. We were joking around the other day, right? Like that's community, man.
Yeah, no,
that's what we're trying to promote. That's what we're trying to promote in the marketplace.
That's huge. And so just to be clear, he pointed out, Ricky just said that we get the opportunity to buy like these big companies who get these discounts on supplies, equipment, all this stuff, y'all. So make sure y'all go join. How can somebody create a profile?
Yeah, man. So if you just literally go to getroute.com, we'll have 3 products that you can sign up for, but marketplace is where it all is going to begin for us. You go there, create a profile. Once you create a profile, you literally log in and you'll see Route Buying Group. You click on Route Buying Group and you just have to create a profile for that. Because again, creating a profile in marketplace, it's free. But if you want to join the GPO and that buying program, that's where you'll have to pay to get a part of that. But I would say, AJ, too, to everybody, especially if they sign up, that's in the CBN community, is immediately after signing up, we'll reach out, or you reach out. Like, hey, man, I want to learn more. I want to buy better, but show me how to buy better. Because that's the other thing. You still have to know, like, what's, what supplies comes with this. And what Staples is doing is creating like kits. Yeah. If you're a small business in restaurants, boom, this is the kit you should buy. This is the discount you'll get. If you're doing healthcare, this is the kit you should buy. This is what we have available. Again, they're not going to have everything available. So if you're like stuck on a certain product, right, that you may have to find a different product. But if you're just looking for affordability and cost, but man, dude, you know about everything about bidding and estimating. If I could save 5%, that may allow me to win that contract now. Yep. Because I saved the 5% in supplies.
Yeah, no, that's huge, y'all. Make sure y'all go to getroute.com, right? Getroute.com and go sign up today. Create your profile. Like I say, it's free just to be on there, and just check it out from there. See what you can do. So, and then, like you said, reach out to the team if you got any questions after you join. All right. Now, I want to get to this next question too here. I saw that on your website, right? So I was looking at Regalado.com, trying to do my research before we came on, right? First of all, I didn't realize you had all of these different companies going on now. So we won't jump into them all on this. But something I also saw that was interesting to me is it said that you were a serial entrepreneur on the site, right? And so usually when somebody says that, I just kind of like cringe, because I'm like, you're not a serial entrepreneur. You just do a lot of shit and never finish it. Like that's most of the time what these people are on podcasts, right? But you actually are a serial entrepreneur. Like you're a real deal. So I guess my question, and then also my thing too, before I ask the question, I always tell people, really just focus on one business. Focus on one until you at least get to 500,000. I really want to say 1 million, but I try to be nice and say at least get it to 500,000 before you try to do anything. So with that said, and with you actually being a real serial entrepreneur, what is your thought process on my thinking when I say, pick that one thing?
Nah, man, it's funny because we find difficulty with that, right? Yeah. Like we want to do so much. To this day, I still get yelled at by my mom and my family. Like, but now they're not yelling anymore. Now they're like, "Fuck it, just go do it." Right? Go ahead. But I love what you said though. Is I wasn't doing all that though in the beginning, man. I did get to a certain point, and I'll tell you why that's good advice that you give. Is on my shared experience, which is even better than advice, right? It's like I experienced it. Is dude, I got the ability to have access to capital, credibility with the bank, credit line. Like I had not that I had money in the bank myself, or like I had liquidity to go out and do things. I had the confidence from the banks though, that if I did want to launch a second business, I wasn't doing it like I struggled with Regalado, man. And it took me 3 years to get my line of credit. So think about it. The first 3 years of Regalado, I had nobody's money to use but my own. So that was struggle. I got by month after month was paycheck to paycheck. So how can you start multiple businesses if you're putting your hand in your piggy bank from the same business to open up another business if you still haven't gotten the first business to a good foundation, right? So what you said is dead on. Then thereafter, man, I mean, you're gonna fail fast. Just know that not all your businesses are gonna work. Some of the logos that you saw on even Regalado.com, right, is they're either stagnant. It's only one of them stagnant because it doesn't always work. The other two that haven't even made it to the website, they didn't even make it. They shuttered. So you don't, it's the point that we take risk, man. And you can only take risk if you have some comfortability, which comes from backing, capital, and just your network that you have, man.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Now, I also wanted to have you on for another thing, right? It was the marketplace, the big one. But the other big one is you got this huge event coming up. And let me talk about it. It's called Cleaning and Cocktails Live. And just to be clear, I went to the very first one, and that inspired me to go on and create the Clean Business Network conference. So kudos to Ricky for that. Y'all thank Ricky for that, by the way, because you helped me inspire that. But I think just looking at the flyers, seeing what you've already done in previous Cleaning and Cocktail Live, I think this is going to be, it probably will be the biggest cleaning industry event to me. This is the biggest one. This is the one I'm looking the most forward to. So could you guys share with the people, what is Cleaning Cocktails Live? What can they expect from you this year?
Yeah, man. So I loved having you in the first one. Now this time you're going to be speaking on the stage as well too. So I'm excited for you because, dude, I'm trying to do my best to keep it not too big though, right? Like there's that point where it gets too big and then it just becomes another conference with booths, people that half the people don't talk to each other. Like the one thing I've heard from people that attended in the past is I actually got to meet people, talk to them, get to know them, connect. And now there's people that have joined forces, they're business partners, there's acquisitions, people have worked together. Like that only happens if you curate it and you keep it limited. So again, we're maxed to 100 cleaning business owners that we're, allowing tickets to be sold to, because we actually have a lot more sponsors now. And this is the biggest catch too, AJ, is like the sponsors we have, man, they're big. They're some of the biggest industry brands in our industry, but they're not just signing up to say, here, I'm a sponsor, let me say a few words. Like none of them are even going to speak at the conference because it's not about the sponsorship as far as what they offer. They're just going to be a part of that community, man. Like that's how excited they are, which that excites me because remember with Marketplace, the whole goal is to connect the community. And that's what we're trying to do. Like this is a small boutique venue in San Jose, California. There's nowhere to go. Yeah. There's no exit. Like there's an exit door to the back, but like if you're coming, you're not at a big hotel where you can duck out, do some home. Don't work while you're there, right? The goal is to connect, let people know what you do, who you are, share the story, hear their story, and build off each other. Like that's been the most awesome feeling is to see the impact we've had on multiple different things. Because you're not the first to say that. As far as there's a couple other people that have had events that have spawned from seeing our event. Yeah. Dude, I want somebody else to come and do another event from this event. So it's what you call it, like I think you call it compound effect. Like it's a compound effect that we're trying to have. Because it's better for the industry, man. Like there's a lot of cleaning business owners that they're not gonna be able to come to this event. Yeah. They weren't able to go to your event. They need to get to events, but sometimes they just can't, man. They're in the business. They're trying to get by. It's not in their state. It's not in their city. So we're going to do our best too, like you're doing now, is coming to where they are. Like, let's spread it out. Yeah. Where else in the country can we go host and get that market to come and experience what we're trying to have, man? And our biggest theme, and I love that you said the entrepreneur word, is we're trying to make people think about go from being an entrepreneur to then a serial entrepreneur. Because an entrepreneur for me is one singular. Serial is like multiple, right? To then builder. Now you're building those businesses that you've created. To then leader. right? The ultimate goal is become that leader that you can then lead the teams that you built to lead, to build and grow the companies that you build, right? So entrepreneur to builder to leader is the emphasis of everything. So I got to keep that in mind when you're up on stage talking, because you're doing it too, man. You're living and breathing. That's why you're on that panel to showcase, like, hey, I had one business, I've got multiple, but now you're probably in build mode. Like, I got to build different leaders for each business so I can go and lead more. You know?
Yeah. Now I love the way you put that too, and it's funny because I remember like seeing you when we first met, and it seemed like very shortly after, it's like you hit this other gear, and it's like that's the gear. It was that builder mode. So I guess now you would say you probably going to the leader part now. So that's crazy. You can see it. It's like it's not the same as when you were, like you said, at the entrepreneur level and you were moving a particular. It's like everything is scaling. It's like you go from growing the business to scaling the business pretty much, and it just shows. Yeah. So all right, cool. Now I'm gonna jump back into you a little bit. I want to talk about what actually. No, we got some more to say about cleaning and cocktail first. Where is it? When is it? How do we get tickets?
Oh yeah, it's just go to www.cleaningandcocktails.com, all spelled out. It's in San Jose, California. We have our hotel partner is AC Hotel. It's perfect spot, man. It's 2 blocks away. I would suggest everybody stay there. You make sure you're staying there because we're going to have an awesome morning workout session Wednesday morning. So it's a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Tuesday is the 23rd to the 25th is Thursday. But that Wednesday morning, everybody's always talking about my morning run workouts. Well, come join us. We're going to do an early morning workout run. We have a motivational speaker, fitness coach is going to be with us, talking us through the workout. So it's ACO. It's a perfect spot. Like, you can walk to the venue. It's 2 blocks away, and the path that we're going to run is there. Everything we're going to do is there. It's in like a 2-3 block radius. And the goal with the hotel too, AJ, and I think we did this when I went to your hotel too, is it's the meetings and the relationships happen in the morning at lunchtime while you're at the bathroom, while you're going to get changed real quick for the next session. Like, it's a breeding ground for relationships. So just, again, make sure you guys stay at the hotel. The event is 2.5 days. We always kick it off that first Tuesday evening is the welcome reception. So cocktails on the rooftop of the venue. Beautiful like view in downtown San Jose, man. And then the next 2 days are just full-blown workshop sessions, panels, shit ton of speakers. But these are a lot of the speakers, AJ, they're speakers from the industry, right? So they're also people that are going to be sitting in the seats learning right next to you. So the cool thing that we did this year is people know AJ, they're going to see you speak, but you're going to also sit right next to them in the audience, listen to the other person speak. So then they're going to be like, man, AJ, when you get a sec, can I grab you for a minute and go over here? Yeah, because he's right there. Like, you ever go to those events where like the speaker shows up and then they're gone?
Yeah.
Like you don't even know who are they? Like, did I get to know them? I heard them speak for 2 minutes and they're out of there. Right. So that was another big thing that I wanted to have fellow peers, because you guys have the experience that they actually need, that they can take action with.
Yeah, no, I love it.
So tickets are been on sale. We only have like 30, 40 tickets left right now that are cleaning business owners. So I would say make sure you guys go get your tickets. I'll make sure we have a CBN code for you too, AJ.
Let's get it, y'all. I'm gonna put it in the special link in the description of the video, as well as in the comments of the video. And I gotta be mindful, be careful on cocktail hour that first day, because you said we're working out that next morning. So I gotta watch. I'm gonna show some discipline. Right?
No, I'm cutting it out at like 8:39, man. Yeah, even me too. You know, I've lost my voice at every freaking conference.
One thing about us, we're gonna keep going, that's for sure. All right. Yeah. So what would you say has been the hardest part for you about business lately? Because I know, like, it's never always just fucking, fairy tales and rainbows, right? I don't care how big you get it. People think problems go away as money comes, and that's the furthest from the truth. So, like, lately, what do you say is something that you're having trouble with right now?
Oh man, I'd say, if anything, be ready for more problems. There's more problems as you're building the businesses or business. There's a stage. Every stage has new problems. But the thing that gets me past, and even some of the team jokes with me because I just repeatedly say it, is every problem that comes in front of you is really an opportunity for you. like make a good decision, make a better decision, make a new type of decision, right? Because as a business leader, you're also evolving. When you reach 1 million in revenue, it doesn't stop there, right? Reach 2 million, reach 5 million, reach 10 million. Or don't determine success by the dollar, determine success by the time that you get to go home early.
Yep.
Like lately, it's been cool to get to check out at 6 p.m., go play with my kids. That's a new stage of success for me, right? So it's only gotten tougher, especially like with Route. That's a new startup, AJ. So I'm back to, I just said it literally an hour ago to my team is, man, I'm back to having to take an idea, work on it, execute it, deliver it.
Yeah.
Where on Regalado side, last week we got a new contract for like $20,000 a month. The email comes in, I send it to the team. I'm done.
Right.
I'm back into getting the shit done again.
Yeah. With
Route. And anytime you start a new entity, think about it. It's you're starting over again on all the responsibilities and roles you have. So 80-90% of what we do, man, is hard. So you shouldn't think you're getting into business ownership to people talk about financial freedom. That thing comes like years after.
Facts.
Like you got to get to financial freedom. There is no freedom with finances right now. Other than the only thing I joke that I get is, I get like a entertainment restaurant bar card. That's about it right now. I can write that. I can have fun with being a business owner.
Nice. I love it. Okay. Now, are you a member of like any chamber of commerce or BNIs or anything of that nature?
Not BNI. I've heard of it. Like Ricky's been a part of BNI. I know our concrete coating director right now just joined BNI here in Chicago. So I personally haven't. I know the teams have. We're a part of ISSA, BSCI. Those are industry organizations. What I am a part of, though, that I'm taking more advantage of is YPO and EO. So EO is entrepreneurial organization and YPO is young professionals organization. Those have been personally good. I just signed up for a strategic coach. That's another personal development organization. And I know the team on the Regalado side, which this relates to the cleaning business owners watching, IFMA and BOMA. Okay. IFMA is really good. It's an organization for facility managers where a cleaning business owner can join and be a part of that network. BOMA, same thing. BOMA is more so for building managers and like property managers is BOMA.
Nice. I appreciate you sharing that. And so when I put this video on YouTube, I'm gonna have to go back and listen to this and take notes. Right, I gotta stay on track now, but I'm definitely gonna go back and listen to that because that's very important that you just said. All right, so I'm gonna stop it right there, right quick. We're gonna do a brief switch up. A brief switch up, and what we're gonna do is the lightning round. So with the lightning round, I'm gonna say a word or phrase, and you just tell me the first thing that comes to mind. You ready?
Come on, man! Now you got me on this. Sorry, go ahead.
Here we go. So first word is Chicago.
Oh, the Bulls, Michael Jordan.
Okay, but next one is the cleaning industry.
Love, life.
Okay. Favorite social media platform for business?
LinkedIn.
Okay. Favorite social media platform for consuming, just chilling?
Instagram.
Okay. Next one, your definition of wealth.
Definition of wealth in one word: time.
Nice. I like it. Key to success.
Positive attitude.
Okay. Something that you have splurged on since you started seeing money from your business.
Food.
Right? That was the first thing.
Going out to eat.
Seriously. Once I could go to Chick-fil-A on a regular, I felt like I was doing something finally.
Dude, my first 2-3 years, I joke, I ate Dunkin' Donuts and Jimmy John's.
Right. All right. What's the next one? There we go. Okay. Business conferences.
ISSA, BSCI.
Okay. Next one, doing business with family.
Love it.
Okay. Next one, marriage.
Love it.
Right. Next one, favorite hobby when you're free.
Spending time with the kids.
Yeah, for sure. Favorite book.
Just about to start reading it. Extreme Ownership by Jocko.
Okay, I'm gonna check that one out.
I'm 2 chapters in, and it's already one of the most. Dude, I recommend it to many people, man.
Nice. By the way, so how do you find time to read physical books? So a lot of people say they don't have time. And me personally, I'll do an audio book. Every now and then I'll do a physical. So how do you find time to do that?
So the best thing, again, I just started 2 weeks ago, but it's carving. I carve out 30 minutes or equivalent to a chapter. Sometimes the chapters are smaller. So just 30 minutes to an hour or a chapter is what I'll try to get through on a daily basis.
Nice. Okay. Next one, best decision you have ever made in business.
Doing business with my family.
Nice. I like it. And that debunks some other people's opinion of don't do business with family. So I like it. All right. And then the last and not least, I got to hit you with it. Top five rappers all time.
Oh my God. I'd say Drake.
Okay.
Kanye.
Okay.
Eazy-E.
Okay.
Dre.
Okay.
And Tupac. Tupac's one though. Tupac's first.
Facts. Tupac. I'm with on that. I think Tupac is the GOAT. But
Tupac I don't listen to too much rap, but Tupac is the rap that, other than I'm sorry, I should have had Biggie on there, but Tupac and Biggie are really the only ones, dude, that I'll listen to for the lyrics.
Right.
What rap is today, it's like noisy.
Right.
Like Tupac and Biggie, like there was a story there, and that's why I like Drake or Dre. I mean, it's tough though. But my son, dude, the fact that you brought up rap, he's listening to Eminem right now because he just likes to speak fast and like he'll carry a tune and a melody, and he's like reciting Eminem and walking around. It went from like 2 years ago was Bluey and freaking Coco Melon. Now I got Eminem. He's walking around just reciting Eminem songs. I'm like, I get a kick out of it.
Right. That's funny. All right, cool, man. That wraps up the lightning round. I got a few more questions and I'm gonna let you go. So the next one is, I mentioned in the lightning round, I talked about marriage. And so one thing that I noticed, and I could be wrong, it's just my perception. I don't have statistics or anything, but just one thing that I've noticed that, and actually I want to add more context to this because I know that you talked about, I've seen in other podcasts that you talked about how you and Marley were in the field and y'all worked your way out cleaning buildings and stuff. Me and Gina, we did the same thing. And just looking at like Forbes list, looking at successful entrepreneurs, looking at, even successful politicians, presidents, everybody seems to be married, right? So I wanted to see, just from your perspective, do you think that is a direct correlation with success in business, or do you think it's just a coincidence? Like you can still, obviously you can, but do you think it has any type of advantage if you're married or not?
Yeah, I mean, I will tell you, I think it correlates. I think you can do it with or without, but I think preference is with for me and with family. Like I would tell you, you could see some of the super successful people, you could argue they don't have great marriages. Like they're not existence, right? So that allows you to determine how far you want to get to with success, right? Like again, some of the most successful they got divorced. They don't have a family around them. So like I would rather not be that successful then and not reach that pinnacle and still be with the family and have a marriage, have kids, them know me and stuff like that. Because I think that is that tough balance. Is to reach that success, you have to sacrifice. I don't know if I'd be willing to sacrifice to that degree where then I don't bring up everybody else with me.
Yeah, for sure. And I could definitely understand that point because for one, I would imagine that it's probably lonely that way. And then two is like everybody around you don't know if they're opportunists or not. Like you know me, so far gone.
You don't know. Yeah.
So yeah.
You start to doubt. And when you doubt, that allows bad decisions to come into your brain, man. And then once that starts, it's a fucking wildfire. And you can't go back from some of the decisions you make sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. All right. Next one I got for you is what did you say is your long-term goal for your cleaning company?
I'd say, man, just building it to the point where my family, the team, my friends, everybody who works there has reached the point where they're all happy, right? I mean, they're all happy now, but like where they feel like we've all made an impact. We've created so many jobs. Yes, we've created this top line revenue, but I think if we can get to the point where we've impacted people by job creation or by way of their family working with us,
Mhm.
that'll be a point that I'd be happy, man. It's just because that's the opportunity we have here, man. That this cleaning industry, when you own a cleaning company, it's recession and pandemic proof. So there's always going to be a need. It's just how much effort do you want to put into building a legacy in your area, in your industry, in what we're doing, because it's going to take some time. But dude, as many people as I can impact. I guess I'd sum it up with that.
Yeah. Okay. I love it. Now, I got a hypothetical for you. If you lost all of your customers right now, you lost everything, all businesses, everything is going to zero, but all you get to keep is your knowledge. What would you do immediately to get back to where you are today?
So I would huddle up my family and figure out, like, all right, where are we at here? Who wants to go at this again? But this time around, because I did have the playbook, so you didn't say anything about a playbook. Our playbook's going to get us there much faster, and it would actually probably allow us to do some things better. Yeah. Because one of the things that bigger companies struggle with, man, is they can't go back. Right. Like they're so far along on where they've scaled and what they do in certain departments, they can't go back. So I would argue sometimes, like my brother just said it too. It's like, if we lost one of our biggest clients, it would hurt. It would be an impact on our finances. It would be an impact on some people's jobs, but it would also allow us to hit the refresh button on certain policies and procedures and how we operate.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Now, this is a question I love to ask towards the end of the interviews when I do them. And it's this: you answered this plenty of times before, but we got to do it again. All right. So if somebody's watching this video or listening to this podcast right now, and they're thinking, wow, it would be amazing for me to start a business. I wish I can build a $20+ million company, right? But I'm scared to take that jump. What would you say to that person right now?
Man, being scared, it's just a feeling, right? We all have feelings. I mean, it's actually, I would say being scared means that there's an opportunity there. That means that there's something you're thinking of that you think you may be able to do, but you need that push. You need that, like, sometimes we all just need reassurance that, it could be done. Yeah. And it's not just me. I mean, look at you, look at everybody that you bring on. This is just constant proof that it can happen. All you need is effort, man. There's no point in wishing for stuff. Wishes, success doesn't come from wishing. It comes from effort. Yeah. So that first risk of saying, hey, I'm going to open up a business. Dude, you don't even need an LLC day one. Like, get a client first, find an opportunity first, do it yourself, understand what you're getting into, and then grow on that, right? Like, because then it's just a numbers game, and then it's time that you have to put into it. There's, with what we've built and what you've built and what's out in the industry, there is a lot of playbooks already. But I mean, you got to put the work in, man. And I would say business ownership it's not for everybody. So either launch a business or go into business with somebody, or join somebody as one of their first. That's a thing nobody ever talks about, AJ, is what about being that first big hire for somebody? Yeah. Right? Like, I've got a couple ex-founders that work at Rug, and then I have a ex-cleaning business owner, 2 of them that work at Regalado. Yeah. They're like, man, we didn't want that weight on us anymore and to be in that seat anymore, but we want to be right there with you, making those big decisions, but we're working with you, for you, to help you on that path. So again, whether you take the risk to launch the business yourself, or you say, you know what, AJ, I love what you're doing, man. I've seen everything you're doing. I'm not ready to be a business owner myself. I'd love to jump on your team and be right there with you to build with you, because that's still a risk. I'm looking for those people. So if you're listening and you want to help me build and scale, come join, because it's still a risk, man. Because at the end of the day, when you're joining somebody who's just launching something or is very lean on a team, you're not going to make the money you probably would have made at a comfortable job. If it's a comfortable job, there's no challenges. God bless. Good luck to you. That's going to be a long road of unhappiness, in my opinion.
God, that was so good. It was so many things I was thinking that just like, that was so good. I'll tell you one thing that came to mind was Steve Ballmer, the richest NBA team owner in the NBA, right? But he was not the one who started Microsoft. He was just one of those early hires. He was, you know what I mean? He grew with the company. He's one of the richest guys now, but he didn't have to start. Great point on that one. What else did you say on that? Fuck, I forgot. But it was a lot. It was a lot. I had so many things from that, so I'm gonna let it go. But anyway, let us know again. Where can we go for a route in the marketplace, and then also for cleaning and cocktail tickets?
Yeah, man. So route again, getroute.com, GETROUTE.com. Cleaning and cocktails, www.cleaningandcocktails.com. Make sure you get your tickets. Again, though, they probably will be gone by June. And we're hoping they are, just so we can continue to plan for the event and put on an event for everybody, as well as you guys as the speakers. Check out our podcast as well, Cleaning and Cocktails. It's on YouTube. When you go to YouTube, just type in Cleaning and Cocktails. We try to keep things simple, very simple, where to find us. If you have any questions, you want to connect with me, you can find me on LinkedIn, or just type in again, www.rickyregalado.com. There's no way not to find me. So please, if you need help, if you need anything, any knowledge in the cleaning industry, I'd say another big thing, family business, man. Please reach out, ask me any kind of question. I've run into any issue you have on working with family. It's my thing. It's my niche. It's what I love is working with my family. So I'll leave it at that.
Nice. Make sure y'all go getroute.com. I'm going to be in the marketplace. I'm going to be in the community as well over there. And then also, you already know I'm going to be at Cleaning and Cocktails. So make sure you go to cleaningandcocktails.com, get your tickets. Meet me there, y'all. This July in what is it? San Jose, California.
San Jose, July 23rd to the 25th. Beautiful weather.
Yes.
Beautiful weather.
I love it. Looking forward to it. And let us know again, Ricky, where can we follow you if we want to follow your journey?
Yeah, man. So LinkedIn, it's Ricardo Regalado. Instagram at Ricky Regalado. Facebook at Ricky Regalado. Or just go to the website, rickyregalado.com.
That's what's up, Ricky. Appreciate you so much for coming on. You always kill it as usual. Thank you for the value. Talk to you soon.
All right, man. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, bro. Are you looking to start your own cleaning company? Or maybe you started your cleaning company, but you just need a support group, some mentorship, some guidance. Hell, a bidding calculator just to help you know if you're pricing the job correctly. Join us at cleanbiznetwork.app. That's www.cleanbiznetwork.app today and get on the right track with your cleaning company. We have everything you could possibly need to get you going in the right direction, and see why we've been the leading cleaning business consulting company for the past 5 years, and why they call me, AJ Simmons, the cleaning business GOAT. So I can help you just like I've helped, and my company has helped thousands of other people start and grow their cleaning companies. Go to the #1 source today, www.cleanbiznetwork.app. Thank you.